Hey painters, how you doing? Like I said, in my email, I'm hoping you all have your materials now and are working. Those of you who have just gotten your materials, I hope you're working on your grid. You get a little extra time to get these things caught up. I'm happy to do that. Hey, I had a fun weekend at Grand Marais. I went up there camping with Wilbur and did a bunch of paintings and stuff that I'll share with you at some point. But I also got this cool mug. That's Mr. Rogers on there. So anyway, isn't that cool? Yeah, my souvenir. I love it. Okay, so next assignment is, oh, what did I call it? Grade 8, blending. We're going to just work on some basic blending techniques here. Again, this is just kind of very formal work. You're just learning how to handle the materials. You're going to use, I think, well, for sure your number 12 brush. That's like always your go-to brush. And then this number, what is it, number 8 bright would be a good one to work. I'm going to soak it a little bit. It's kind of stiff. Get your palette. Mine still has some paint from the other day. Palette out. First though, draw, like I say in the instructions, you want to draw 4 sections onto your canvas pad, okay? And again, this is just kind of a way to save, that's pretty straight. One of the hardest things to do is to draw a straight line. Just trying to help you save some canvas. So instead of doing this on 4 big ones, we're just doing it on 4 small ones. So you divide it into 4 sections like that. Next, for the first one, you're going to use white and a single color. I just, I'm always going to blue, so I'm going to use blue. So white and blue. Okay, there's some blue on there on my palette. And I don't know why I said palette that way. And then white. And you want to organize them on your palette, so there's space between them. You don't want them right next to each other because you're going to be blending into these, blending them into each other to create a blended gradation from pure blue to hopefully pure white, okay? So I'm going to start with my number 12 and just throw some blue on top there. Add a little water, okay, wet the brush, add some water so the paint's more fluid. I'm just going to go do a streak of blue on top. And don't worry about the lines that much. Things can kind of go outside the line. I have no problem with that. I'm going to add a little more pigment because I want this to be denser and not as, I want it to be more opaque. I'm just going to mix in a little bit of white now into the blue, just a tiny bit, and add it. And the white will increase the opacity of the paint too. Add some more in here. That might be too much, I don't know. And the idea is just kind of go along, judging how much to add. Add a little more paint. Need more white. I want it to be kind of a clean white down at the bottom. I'm going to add some more blue to this too. I'm going to have to get I'm cleaning off my brush. Trying to get that blue a little cleaner up on top. I'm going to have to now I'm going to do is work the white up from the bottom. I was about to say I'm going to have to get some larger tubes of paint, more along the lines of what you guys have. I'm going to get the white in there a little bit denser. There's nothing wrong with scrubbing your brush off on a hunk of canvas that's lying around. I'm gonna try something here that I'm gonna kind of curious about if this will work. I'm gonna flip the brush. I'm crossing the marks I was making. Add more blue to the top. I'm gonna use my smaller brush and yuck. Bringing cleaner white from the bottom again. Oops. I'm gonna leave that. That looks cool. Okay, anyway, don't do that, but that's the idea. Then the next one, you want to mix in, okay, I'm gonna fix that. I can't, since I gotta be a good example here, right? I'm using my hands to squeegee off my brush. You might just want to use a rag. Let's get this blend in instead of jacking around. Rags are very handy painting tools. Squirt a little bit more white. You know, while I'm doing this, I'm learning, like I keep saying, I'm learning right along with you guys. I'd be doing something totally different with my oil paints, just how I use them, type of paint I use, and just how I handle them and stuff than I am with these. Every paint has its own qualities. Remember that. Every paint has its own qualities. Every brand of paint, every color has its own qualities. Different pigments do different things. Oops. A little more blue up there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That's fine. Okay, so the next one will be, I have the list. It's like you're going to be mixing your complements into each other. Then you're going to be mixing taking the primaries and mixing red with yellow to create orange on your palette, and then mix blue into that to create a gradation. Okay, and then you do, I think, red and blue and then yellow into that to create another one. So just follow the instructions. That's the idea. You'll be using your palette and your brushes to mix color into one another, okay? That's how you do it. And I'm gonna goof around now, but I don't want you to do that, okay? And I have the due dates on there, so. And I'll probably do another couple of these and shoot a video of those, but you can get going on it. Bye-bye.